Okay, two things. I know the lip sync's out, and I know I sound weird. It's because I've got a cold. Okay, so get that sorted out before we say. Right, this is a video response to Charlie So Cool Likes Best Friends. I know he did post the video ages ago, but I just looked back and I thought it'd be a good video to discuss or whatever. So, it's difficult to say really, because obviously I have school best friends, but I've also got my god sister, but I call her cousin because it's just easier, Laura, who is the other member of Pokevlogs. And obviously I've known her since birth, but I really can't remember us being really that close to her until we were older. So I sort of think my best friend was a girl called Megan, and this is in nursery, and I have one memory of that, and she sort of came running over to me. Her mother just dropped her off and she was quite shy, and I was over in the cooking section making something, well, pretending, and she came running over screaming Emily and hugged me, and that was about it I can remember. And then this is also nursery, and this is when I met my second best friend, and her name was Alice. And I remember the first thing I said to her was, "Hi, my name's Emily, what's your name?" And she said Alice. And obviously we sort of bonded from then. And so I remember that day, it might have been that day or that afternoon, she took me to see her brother who was in a pushchair, and I met her mum, and it now turns out her mum and my mum are very close, good friends now because of us. It's sort of a joke now because obviously now in senior school I'm best friends with Megan and Alice and Laura, but since I went off with Alice in nursery I sort of abandoned Megan, and it's always been a joke now that I left Megan for Alice, and Alice stole me off Megan, but obviously she didn't. Megan knows that, but we'd have a laugh about it. In junior school, it's really weird to look back at, because obviously still then I was still believing that I had the bestest friend, and I have to say, early junior school, if I say early junior school and probably all the way through infant school, I would have said Alice was still my bestest friend, and Megan had gone off with someone else, and so that was the end of her for a while. She made some new friends. And then as I progressed into junior school, so about year 5, year 6, I was quite good friends with, which now surprised me, with like the most popular girls in our school, my senior school now, which really just like, when you look back you think, you know, I went swimming with that girl, or you know, I used to walk to school with that girl, and now she's really popular and everyone wants to be a friend. And I'm like, I've been a friend. Of course now she just looks at me with disgust, like I'm some sort of dirt. But you know, it's all about popularity. So in junior school, I had quite a few good friends, and I started becoming friends with boys. I became friends with a boy called Adam, who I fancied the pants off. Year 5, year 6, year 7, year 8, and the beginning of year 9. Yeah. Didn't work out though. I then, in year 6, this was, Megan came back. She came back to start off with, and of course then I had Alice, and I was obviously best friends with Laura now, and I had Daisy, and I had Sammy, and a girl called Katie, and Megan. So I had quite a few, but I still thought I had my 3 best friends, which were Megan, Alice, and Laura. But slightly more Alice and Laura. Then comes year 7, and we're obviously split into our tutors. And then my friend Katie, she left school, and she's just totally changed person to what she was. And we've just stopped talking now. Sorry, I'll just need a drink. And so then it was in the tutor. It was Daisy, me, Megan, Alice, and Sally. So we were quite lucky. We all stayed together. Uh, so obviously all the popular girls, they went off, and you sort of see at school you sort of get split into groups of popularity. I mean, I wouldn't say that I was popular at most because I'm really not popular. I'm probably anyone could talk to me really, unless I really hate you or something. I don't really hate anybody. I just have to have dislikings to personalities. But I so all the popular people went off, and obviously, yeah. And so by then, even though Daisy and Harry were my really good friends, I'd still say Alice, Megan, and Laura were my three bestest friends. Then year 8, and it stayed practically the same. I didn't gain any more friends. Well, I had a friend Jasmine, but that's a long story. She left school, and I think it was the best because she was ever a proper friend. She was back and forth in what my nan calls a fair weather friend, you know, always changing her mind. Probably you call it, you know, two-faced, or that's what I call it. So then got year 9, and well, I met my boyfriend, Matthew, and I'd say he's one of my best friends. You know, I could tell him everything. I know, even though he's my boyfriend, even if he wasn't my boyfriend, I'd still want to be his friend because he's such a nice person. So, and I'm still friends with Daisy and Sammy and loads of other people. You know, it's really hard to say who's your bestest friends. I mean, you like all your friends for different reasons, don't you? I mean, I know, like, some people think, oh, but these people have done more for me. I mean, all my friends have been there for me when I needed them. It's just, well, I just say it's ones that I personally connect to more. So I'd say now that it'd still be Alice, Megan, Laura, and Matthew, who I connect to the most because they are my true friends. But I mean, I have loads of other friends like Charlie, and I'm still friends with Adam now, although I've stopped fancying him now. Since, you know, long story. Anyway, and I've got like people from other tutors that are my friends. You know, I've got people that I just say hi to, but I still know, like, if I was in desperate need, I could turn to them. I mean, in general, I think I'm quite an easy person to become friends with. I mean, unless you've done something terribly wrong to me, I'd always smile at you or wave, okay? It doesn't, also, years, I've got friends in lower years, I've got friends in higher years. Laura's a year above me. Matthew's a year above me, school year. But I just think you can say bestest friends, but as long as you've got a good bunch of friends, whether they're your bestest or you're not, it's just, I think you'd be so unfortunate not to have a single friend in your life. Like, yeah, I couldn't even imagine without my friends. You know, there is that saying, you know, when worst comes to worst, like, girls come first. And with an ex-boyfriend of mine, that really did matter, because my friends were there for me so much, you know. But I think it's different now, because I think when worst comes to worst, my friends